What's up everyone, Riley here to drop another random video before I disappear into the nether again for another couple months, like a phantom in the night. This time we're talking about Project Zomboid. This game is a pretty devoted core player base, so I'm sure this is going to ruffle some feathers, but you've come here for the hot take and I'm going to deliver. Myself and a couple of friends recently picked this up and started a co-op playthrough, and while I have played a little single player, my overall opinion on this game is going to come mostly from multiplayer. All vanilla, no mods. So let's get right into it. Booting up the game for the first time, I've heard people say that this game is quite complicated. So unlike how I normally play games by stumbling through for the first couple hours annoyed because I have no clue how to do anything, I made the wise choice to play the tutorial.
Good job!
Bit of a mixed bag, so what is actually explained in the tutorial is straightforward and concise. You learn a little about eating, drinking, and basic combat. Unfortunately for those that have played this game, they know that there is much more than those three things when it comes to playing Project Zomboid. I think going over some general construction and crafting would have been an excellent addition, because it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out on my own, in great part due to the UI. And, well, I can't really describe the UI as anything other than the most horrendous pile of garbage that I've seen in a video game in the last 2 decades. Extremely small, nondescript little plain UI box litter the screen, hovering over them, gives little to no explanation as to what they do. There's a pickup mechanic on the left-hand side of the screen, and I had no idea what this meant for the first, 10 hours of gameplay. Pick up what? Pick up items on the ground? I can just use the loot screen for that. No. This is what allows you to pick up basically any piece of furniture you see. But again, without a tooltip that tells you that, or the tutorial teaching you that, you're left fumbling in the dark to figure it out yourself. I'm sure there's mods that fix this, but that's not vanilla. I'm not going to give the devs points because the fans fixed a basic part of their game. So let's jump forward. Let's assume we've worked our way through the first 10 or so hours of the gameplay. We've started to feel a little bit more comfortable now despite countless dead characters. My friends and I started to get into the meat and potatoes of Project Zomboid. We had set up a little base in Rosewood, killed all the zombies nearby, and it was far enough off the road that we rarely had any visitors. The power and water had shut off, but we had rain catchers, a generator, and we even set the gas station back up nearby so that we could refuel. With stable footing, we began venturing further away for adventures. We made the wise decision to drive out to what appeared to be some kind of large structure far in the woods to the north. Surely treasure awaits us. As we drew closer to the structure, the road tightened, eventually disappeared altogether, and trees started to spot what was left resembling a road. After a long journey, we finally arrived at what looked like a military base. Jackpot, we thought. Surely there's going to be a plethora of good weapons and supplies here. Imagine our disappointment when we spend hours clearing out hundreds of zombies just to be rewarded with a couple of batons and a single pistol. I mean, seriously, we've looted random houses with better drops in this massive military base. Whilst the realism that the devs have managed to craft in this world is extremely impressive, they've spent so much time working on it that they forgot to build a game upon it. Project Zomboid feels like it has a serious lack of weapon and drop diversity, to the point you usually have found most unique weapons after a couple of character playthroughs, which leaves little left to look forward to. I think having rare unique weapons, or items located in this hard to reach areas, would have been such an amazing addition. Like, walking out of that military base with a rocket launcher or minigun would have made the whole experience for us so much more memorable. Now with that, it leads to my last major point. Remember I said that item drop diversity is lacking? Well, that isn't really true. There's an insane amount of different random junk items that you can obtain, whether it be from specific stores, buildings, or even zombies. But sadly, outside of some basic crafting, or simply being used to dismantle for skilling XP, they have little to no real use. My all-time favorite survival zombie game is 7 Days to Die, and playing Project Zomboid, I found myself yearning for the crafting system that's in that game. Giving all these random items a proper purpose, whether it be to melt down to make bullets, or get scrap material to craft duct tape so you can repair items, or even give the player the ability to track down specific items to craft unique weapons, Project Zomboid has such insane potential, but it really feels like the developers have spent all of their time on such small, meaningless details, just in the name of realism, instead of focusing on fun mechanics that would really bolster gameplay. I mean, come on, do we really need hydroplaning for vehicles? Who cares about that? Now, with all that being said, it might sound like I hate Project Zomboid, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I had a lot of fun with this game overall, but there is certainly room for improvement. The game boasts an impressively massive map, which allows for an insane amount of replayability. Between the carpentry and pickup mechanics, base building in this game was a ton of fun, not to mention the combat, whilst simple, is really satisfying. So with all that being said, at the end of these videos, I like to give the game I'm talking about a ranking. I'll throw my rubric up on the screen, but the general idea is that the S tier is near perfect, any flaws were easily overlooked, while F tier is near unplayable, whether it be due to bugs, general gameplay design, or a mixture of both. While Project Zomboid definitely has its issues, there's a great game underneath, and every time you pick it up, you'll be able to have a fun time. Create a little backstory for a character, give it a personality, and teach them skills and see how they died in the end. It's definitely not a game for everyone. The realism can be quite ball-busting at times, and it can be quite difficult to change your mindset from growing a character to growing the world itself. Because in the end, you're going to die, so you can't get attached to your characters. And that's just not gameplay everyone can get interested in. And for those reasons, I'll give Project Zomboid a B. Until next time, my name is Riley, and I hope you have a great day. Well, I mean, that is until you think about how there's no real purpose in life, and you're just here to achieve nothing. Whatever you feel your supreme goal is in life is a fiction created by you and society that you're living in, and just to, keep yourself busy in this purposeless creation. Okay, anyway, see you later.